This is a basic hybrid PV system for the Beta V3P3 of the Foxpower hybrid solar inverter series. Now let's briefly introduce the LCD settings of Beta V3P3. Before inverter operation, it's required to set up operation mode via software. Please strictly follow below steps to set up. After turning on the inverter and installing the software, please click Open Monitor to enter main screen of this software. Log into software first by entering default password administrator. Select Device Control My Power Management. It is to set up inverter operation mode and personalized interface. There are 3 operation modes: grid tie with backup, grid tie and off-grid. It will list local grid standard. It's requested to have factory password to make any modifications. Please check local dealer only when this standard change is requested. Caution: wrong setting could cause the unit damage or not working. Allow AC charging duration. It's a period time to allow AC, grid, to charge battery. When the duration is set up as 000-0000, it means no time limitation for AC to charge battery. AC output on-off timer, set up on-off time for AC output of inverter. If setting it as 000/00, this function is disabled. Allow to charge battery. This option is automatically determined by setting in charging source. It's not allowed to modify here. When none is selected in charging source section, this option becomes unchecked as gray text. Allow AC to charge battery. This option is automatically determined by setting in charging source. It's not allowed to modify here. When grid and PV, or grid or PV is selected in charging source section, this option is default selected. Under grid tie mode, this option is invalid. Allowed to feed into the grid, this option is only valid under grid tie and grid tie with backup modes. Users can decide if this inverter can feed into the grid. Allow battery to discharge when PV is available. This option is automatically determined by setting in load supply source. PV is available. When battery is higher priority than grid and load supply source, PV is available. This option is default selected. Under grid tie, this option is invalid. Allow battery to discharge when PV is unavailable. This option is automatically determined by setting in load supply source. PV is unavailable. When battery is higher priority than grid and load supply source, PV is unavailable. This option is default selected. Under grid tie mode, this option is invalid. Allow battery to feed into the grid when PV is available. This option is only valid in grid tie with backup 2 or grid tie with backup 3 modes. Allow battery to feed into the grid when PV is unavailable. This option is only valid in all options of grid tie with backup mode. This is the LCD information. Check the input voltage or frequency of the AC input. Short press the Enter key. Select to AC grid. Short press the Enter key to view the AC grid. Short press the Down key to view the L1N, L2N, L3N of the AC grid. Short press the Enter key to view the voltage, frequency of the AC grid. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the input voltage or frequency of the AC power grid. Check the frequency, voltage, power or percentage of AC output. Short press the Enter key. Short press Down key to select AC output. Short press Enter key to view AC output. Short press Down key to view L1N, L2N, L3N of AC output. Short press the Enter key to view the frequency, voltage, power, percentage of the AC output. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the frequency, voltage, power or percentage of AC output. Check the input voltage or power of PV input. Short press the Enter key. Short press down key to select PV input. Short press Enter key to view PV input. Short press down key to view P1, P2 of PV input. Short press the Enter key to view the input voltage, power of the PV input. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the input voltage or power of PV input. Check the battery voltage or percentage. Short press the Enter key. Short press down key to select battery capacity. Short press Enter key to view battery capacity. Short press the down key to view the battery voltage, percentage of the battery capacity. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the battery voltage or percentage of battery capacity. Check the date and time. Short press the Enter key. Short press down key to select data record from. Short press Enter key to view data record from. Short press the down key to view the date and time of the data record from. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the date and time of data record from. Check the today or total energy generated. Short press the Enter key. Short press down key to select today energy generated. Short press Enter key to view today energy generated. Short press the down key to view the today or total energy generated of the today energy generated. Short press the Enter key to exit view. The above is a flow chart of checking the today or total energy generated of today energy generated. In inverter mode with grid connected, PV power is sufficient to charge battery, provide power to loads, and then feed into the grid. PV power is sufficient to charge the battery first. However, remaining PV power is not sufficient to back up the load. Therefore, remaining PV power and the utility are supplying power to the connected load. PV power is generated, but not sufficient enough to charge battery by itself. PV power and the utility are charging battery at the same time. And the utility is also supplying power to the connected load. This inverter is disabled to generate power to the loads via AC output. PV power is sufficient to charge battery first. Remaining PV power will feed in back to grid. This inverter is disabled to generate power to the loads via AC output. PV power and utility are charging battery at the same time because of insufficient PV power. This inverter is disabled to generate power to the loads via AC output. PV power is feeding power back to the grid. PV power is sufficient to provide power to loads and feed power back to the grid. PV power and utility are providing power to the connected loads because of insufficient PV power. In inverter mode without grid connected, PV power is sufficient to charge battery and provide power to the connected loads. PV power is generated, but not sufficient to power loads by itself. PV power and battery are providing power to the connected loads at the same time. Only battery power is available to provide power to connected loads. In bypass mode, only utility is charging battery and providing power to connected loads. Only utility is available to provide power to connected loads. In standby mode, This inverter is disabled on AC output, or even AC power output is enabled, but an error occurs on AC output. Only PV power is sufficient to charge battery. This inverter is disabled to generate power to the loads via AC output. PV power is not detected or available at this moment. Only utility is available to charge battery. The above is the settings of Beta V3P3. If you have any questions about the settings of the product, please contact us.